Champa is the only Nepali novel written by Laxmi Prasad Devkota. The book was written around the year 1947 to 48. His language is poetic and has a unique style of writing things. Acknowledging the time it was written and reading it in the present context, it has the following theme that is constant from ages. A woman is another woman's biggest enemy. Whatever the in-law does is a crime. A woman, for a man, is nothing more than the object of desire. Review of this story. 12 years old Champa is a curious girl who wants to study, watch movies, and be an actress someday. She is married to Ramkant, who is physically deformed but studious and has exposure to world literature. He thinks he is an intellectual individual living among idiots. He has built up an image of a kind of wife he wants, and Champa is nothing as such. Being comparatively short in height, Ramkant is constantly worried that Champa will outgrow him someday. The bundle of insecurities turns him blind towards the qualities Champa possess. He cannot see her curious nature, her willingness to study, and her dreams. Rebellious, but innocent she is, because she is yet to see the world. Due to age and studies, these characters aren't allowed to have physical contact. During this time, Ramkant gets infected with tuberculosis, TB. Losing all the hopes of living, he frees Champa from their marriage out of emotions. But she doesn't understand what being free meant. She just doesn't understand what he meant at all. But he survives. After returning home, he notices Champa growing from a girl to a woman. This plants desire in his heart. He sees his wife is nothing more than a budding beauty he is entitled to enjoy. But, due to restrictions, he cannot have her. Then, what does he do? Leaves! He fucking leaves because he cannot control his sexual desires for the time being, bizarre reason, because he's under tuberculosis treatment. And just because this character left home leaving a letter to his wife, telling her to revolt against societal rules, knowing how hard it is for a naive little girl who doesn't know how. Just because an incompetent man left his wife, Champa is constantly tortured with foul words from her mother-in-law. She even calls Champa a slut. One day, the situation escalates and they fight, and it's too much. The story ends up with Champa hoping for a new life somewhere else in this big world, and finally, getting that courage to leave this home. Devkota's language is everything that keeps this novella flowing. The story is frustrating to read, the characters make you feel exactly how they are meant to feel you. The ending is somewhat satisfying.